Drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke.
Alright, so we're going to do some wings today. One of the easiest, simple things I like to smoke on the smoker. I got these little party time wings just at our local market here. Just the drumettes, and they're just sectioned out a little better. What you get like at a Hooters or Wild Wings or something like that. I like to do these. They're real quick, they're real easy. You can get a lot of flavor into them in a pretty short period of time. You don't have to let them sit for a long time. I put some of our homemade rub, our kind of family recipe, sprinkled that on here, let them sit in the fridge for about an hour, and I just got the coals started, so we'll pick it back up here in just a second and we'll show you how easy it is to make some. Alright, so you can see we almost got our coals ready here. I'm just going to let these get nice and warm. We don't want to get them too hot. We're going to do these slow. You can kind of see I have my Weber set up here just with a little tool that kind of sections out your coals. I'll keep most of my coals over here. I'll put the wings over on this side for the indirect heat. Probably give these coals another couple minutes or so and we'll get them dumped out and kind of spread out evenly, and we'll get the wings on. Alright, so we got our coals here ready to dump. You can see I kind of got some leftovers here from the other night. I kind of killed them a little bit early so I could save a little bit and not have to use as much today. We're just going to sprinkle these kind of off to the side here, get some indirect heat. I'm going to put a few of them in here in the base of the grill just to get a little bit of more fire onto the wings. Like I said, these don't take very long, 30-40 minutes tops. We'll throw some hickory on there and get a real nice flavor. But I like to just spread out some hot coals here on the base. Obviously we'll control our temperature with the top and bottom gauges too, so we'll keep it pretty low and see if we can go ahead and get these wings on here. I'm trying to do all this one-handed today. So there's obviously no real science to this. Just going to get our wings on here. Now sometimes for a little more flavor I'll try to sear each of these over the hot side for a minute or so just to seal in the juices, but typically I don't have a lot of trouble going real, just nice low temperature, nice and slow. They're very moist, they don't dry out. I've also done it with the water bath in there just to give it some extra moisture. But with these, I just don't really think it's that necessary. I've done them enough times now I feel like it doesn't really add you that much benefit to do a water bath. Although if you want to and you have the time and you want to put a little extra energy in, it's definitely not going to make them any worse. So that's the good thing. So I'll get these spread out here and get the lid on, and we're just going to let these get real happy on the low temp for a while. Right, one last thing we're going to do here before we get the lid on. I actually kind of messed up and I thought I had some bigger hickory chunks, but all I had was this really fine cut up stuff. This actually won't work too bad for this since it's not a long cook time, but I had these soaking. They just burn so quickly. I feel like you don't get as much of the flavor out of it, but they'll do in a pinch, and they're real good if you're just throwing on some burgers or something like that and you want to add a little smoke flavor, or doing some chicken titties or something like that. They'll add a great little flavor to them in a really short period of time. So just going to throw those on. They're nice and wet, so they should give me a little bit of smoke before they burst into flames. But we got a pretty low temp grill here. Say it's definitely medium to low heat, probably 225 or so once we get it all closed up. One thing I like to do on my Weber when I smoke is I always put my vent opposite of the hot coal side. It just lets that smoke circulate a little bit more. And I'm going to let these go about halfway, maybe to 3/4 open. Keep it nice and hot in there, but not too hot, and we should be good to go. I'll come back and check on these in 20 minutes or so and see how they look. Alright, been about 20 minutes or so. Take a quick peek here, make sure everything is looking good. Yes sir, wood chips are actually holding up alright. going nice and slow. We might even let these go a little bit slower. I'm in no hurry today. So, oh yeah, we got a great temperature there. I'm just gonna put the lid back on and let these keep cooking pretty slow here. Doesn't look like they're getting too hot on this side, so I probably won't rotate them. I might come back here in a little bit and do that, but get the lid back on. Might tap it open here a little bit more. And just keep it going. All right. It's been another 20 minutes or so, a little over. Taking a look at them here, looking pretty good. I'm gonna give them just a little bit more time. I'm gonna come back in maybe 10 or 15 and brush some barbecue sauce on about half of them, and let that finish off for the last I don't know, 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna throw some andouilles on here. We're gonna make some jambalaya this weekend, and go ahead and throw a few andouille on here and let them get a little TLC. And I hate to waste grill space, so yeah, give them about 10 or 15 more, brush a little sauce, and let them finish off. Should be total cook time maybe just about an hour, so should be good to go. Still have a nice low temp, and get this back on before it gets too hot in there. And we were getting a little flame kicking up, so I'm gonna cut the vent down just a tad, go back to about halfway, and getting close. Alright, so the barbecue sauce we'll be brushing on there here in a sec. It's my by far favorite barbecue sauce there is. It's Rendezvous Memphis Original, and this is the hot variety. Being from Kansas City, we take a lot of pride in our barbecue up here, and we feel that we have the best barbecue in the country, but I have no problem using this sauce out of Memphis because it is just by far my favorite. They have a regular version that's not hot, that is fantastic as well. I like a little bit of fire on mine, so I use the hot. The medium or the original has a nice little bit of a kick to it, but I actually haven't found anywhere up in Kansas City that sells Rendezvous. So my dad lives in Little Rock. Every time he comes to town, I make him bring a few bottles. So just kind of wanted to let you know. People usually ask what kind of sauce do you use. This is my favorite by far. I use it on everything: chicken, pork, brisket, ribs, everything we do, we use it. We have a few other kinds that we enjoy as well, but this is by far my favorite, so I just wanted to let you know on that. Alright, been about another 10 minutes or so. I'm going to get these sauced up here, just a real quick brush, nothing too fancy. This is going to give them a great flavor. We'll let them sit on the smoker for another 10 minutes or so. It'll give them a great color too, once it all gets in there and just kind of warms up. And obviously you don't want to do this too early when it's real hot, or typically don't want to brush anything on over an open flame, so the sugars and the sauce will caramelize and just gets a little. Alright, so I was brushing those up there, and my memory card ran out of space, so I just kind of wanted to show you the final product. Got them all brushed up. I think I said I was only going to do half, but oh well, everyone's better like them hot. So just kind of wanted to show you. These only been on about a minute since I got done brushing, so I'm going to let those sit probably 10 minutes and maybe 15, and we will come pull them off, and that'll be kind of all shown. Alright, so let's check these out here. We should be pretty close to done. They are looking good. Need to tend to my andouilles here. Going nice and slow over the direct coal side, but like I said, this temp on my grill was lower than I even anticipated it to be, so it's been a nice slow process. I think total cook time on these wings has been right about an hour. Put them on at 1 o'clock and it is 2:03. So can never really cook anything too slow, in my opinion. And they should be delicious. They look ready to go and ready to eat. Unfortunately, I'm preparing these for some people tonight, so but yeah, you can see we just got great color. I'll definitely take a bite here shortly. Smells great. Whoever invents the ability to put smell through a video and stuff like that is going to be a rich man. But we'll just get these pulled off, and I'm going to get them wrapped in some foil, keep them warm. I may or may not have several before tonight's happenings, but pretty easy, delicious. These are real good. We go to a lot of Chiefs games and football games. This is something really good. We'll cook up some ribs or brisket beforehand, but this is something great you can do out at a stadium, at the ballpark. You can obviously heat up your coals a little more and knock the cook time down anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes, so you can still have some good smoked food and do it out at the stadium real nice and easy. So always throw some burgers and hot dogs and brats and stuff on the hot side and get in the spirit of things. So but yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna pull these over on the indirect side and just let them go real slow. We still got plenty of life on our coals, and should be good to go. So hopefully, obviously I'm not doing any rocket science here, but hopefully learn something. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message, and I'm hoping to get this cooking channel up and running and have some fun. I got a few other channels out there, so this will be a good time. If we'll continue to do stuff, probably get some pork butt and some ribs going here soon, and just let me know if you have any questions. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.